Hello everyone, welcome back to Disco Elysium. Welcome, welcome. Hello Temperance. Very excited to be here today. Looks like I'm actually really sad because I don't want to be finishing because I've been loving this game so much. But very exciting. Hello Lee, welcome, welcome. So very excited. Oh, I'm glad. It looked like some big stuff was coming up. Everybody seemed very excited. So our current mission is to return to the whirling after the whole instigator debacle. Someone there is something to answer to. So, KLAASJEEEEE! KLAASJEEEEE! Did we look at all this? Oh. Hello. Polar anorak. Let's take a look. I don't think I saw that before. Composure, under the polar lights. +1 shivers. Oh, a gift from La Revecholière. Layers and layers of polyvinyl and artificial sheepskin make this coat ideal for traversing snowy plains on dog sledges. Somehow you knew it would be waiting for you underground in a sunken pipe, and you found it. It's as if the city gifted it to you to keep you safe. Aww. And an Ushanka with the Mazovian logo, a pair of deer antlers. On its silvery white front, your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. Did you ever read or watch Game of Thrones? I've not read it. I saw the last 2 episodes, and that's the extent of my... Oh.
Ratan! Now is the time!
What? It's time? Time for what?
Oh, you will see.
It feels like the tie is rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in heat.
Pass the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the bottle and uncork it! It is time to unleash the other world!
Wait, right now? I don't really think there's anything to celebrate here.
Hush, hush, Ratan. Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to get ready! Trust me on this! This is what it's all been building towards! It's gonna be off the hook! Off all hooks!
Okay. Slowly uncork the blue medicinal spirit.
The bottle opens with a silent, mysterious hiss. The fumes rising from its mouth are as crisp as the northern winds. Howling somewhere, lashing the boardwalk with brine and rain. An ancient warmth crawls under your skin.
Now, Ratan, take me off!
What? I didn't know I could do that.
Ratan! Have I ever lied to you? Just take me off!
The necktie tugs encouragingly at your neck. Take the necktie off.
Your fingers manage to undo the oily knot, and the necktie slides off. It looks so frail sitting there in your hand, weighing almost nothing.
But I don't want to take the tie off. Now what?
Now, put me in the bottle!
But why?
Trust me! Just trust me! You and I are gonna have so much fun it should be illegal!
But that's too much fun.
Just put me in the bottle, Ratan! I'm not gonna let you down! You and I are like the same person!
But... I don't want to. Put the necktie tie in the bottle.
As the necktie slides into the purifying liquid, large stains of grease rise off from it and float to the surface. There, they quickly dissolve and disappear completely.
Hi, cool side.
Cleansed by the blue spirit fire of 98.7% pure alcohol, the fabric looks almost new again. No longer like a disgusting worm of the lower intestine, but like a colorful and deadly poisonous reef snake of the Insulindian Ocean.
So, what next?
The necktie floats in the bluish liquid with almost unearthly grace.
Necktie?
There is silence.
Necktie!
There is silence.
Oh no! Necktie! I can't do this without you. Cork the bottle and put it away.
The lieutenant has been observing you quietly all this time.
Item gained. Spirit bomb. Yes, Kim. Kim was just watching that. Were we actually talking out loud? Hey, we weren't talking out loud, but we did just stop and stick our tie in a bottle of like 98% alcohol.
He's struggling to keep silent, but finally seems to give up.
I've got to ask, what are you doing?
Really no, but I'm eager to find out. In my family, you put a piece of clothing in some hard liquor and drink it for good luck. It's silly, but no harm done. I think Kim needs to know. I think Kim needs to know about our relationship. Okay, Kim, I didn't want to tell anyone, but my necktie has been talking to me lately.
Of course it has.
Doesn't look too surprised. It started when I woke up in the whirling in rags. It's been talking to me ever since.
And what has the necktie been telling you, if I may ask?
It teaches me about life, Kim. Sort of like a father figure.
Okay, so why did you put it in the bottle?
Because it told me to.
Right, okay. Anyway, I'm glad you told me your necktie has been speaking to you. That must not have been easy.
Oh, for a second it looks like he's about to add something.
We're all under stress. This is turning into a great big mess. I'm not judging. Just keep it together.
Let's go.
But then he turns away, his gaze fixed on the road ahead. Let's go, he concludes. Spirit is eternal. Be ready, Brata! Oh! So it's just sticking. Oh, so we can light it on fire. I see, I see. Equip this when times are most dire. Oh, wow. I don't think we need it quite yet, but... Your spirit guide to the party scene, the horrific necktie, is floating serenely in the blue medicinal spirit. As it is still 98.7% alcohol, this necktie cocktail is extremely flammable and should be kept away from an open flame. Okie dokie. Oh, wait. Right, he's gone. We'll wear this. It's my favorite. I don't know if I can do this without a horrific necktie guiding me. Let's see if I can figure out how to leave. Cause we gotta get back to the whirling. We have a certain someone to talk to. And I still can't figure her out. I'm mad. I mean, I guess I'd rather, like, I prefer the presumption of innocence, but she got me. But I still don't understand her plan. And why was she framing Ruby? I don't know. Okay, let's get to the... Let's get around to, the fishing village and then teleport. Okay. Sec. It seems Kim hates teleportation so much he broke our fast travel. Okie dokie. That's okay, we can walk a few feet. Kim, why did you have to do that? I thought you didn't like running. Let's walk there. We're gonna run. It's all gonna be his fault.
Stop. Now, it is time.
For what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul.
Uh-oh. What am I supposed to do?
Your old friend has prepared you for this, at great cost to himself. Make sure you have the spirit bomb in your hand when shit goes south.
Oh.
You hear what sounds like an enthusiastic gurgling coming from the spirit bomb in your pocket.
Not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
No reloading if things go badly. You can always replay later. But... hold on. It is time. Uh-oh. It's stressing me out. Okay, hold on. I feel like we should spend some of these. But I don't know what I'm gonna need. Hold on. We gotta be prepared. Oh! Hold on. We're gonna want that. Those shivers, esprit de corps. We have like 8 panic points if a check comes. Maybe we should. This is from. She's protecting us to keep you safe. Okay. Composure, composure. Fair. I don't know what we're gonna need. How have I been? I'm good. We just made a spirit bomb from Italian alcohol. Hello, Jack. I don't know. I don't think you can spend to add points for red checks. Ugh. Gonna grab reaction speed. Well, you have your nerd glasses. I do. But I need the gun. I don't want to shoot people. I don't want to, like... I need my gun. Yes, okay. I don't know if we need perception. We need the gun. Let's swap these. Can you dual wield the gun and spirit bomb? Apparently. Apparently. Just making sure. I mean, if it's a throwdown, it's a throwdown. I don't know what's the best stuff to have. I want to leave the shivers in case there's still checks we have to... You want... You're wearing Kamina glasses. I saw fan art of Kim wearing Kamina glasses. Upgrade the lower stats maybe, but the problem with those is like, I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with those skills anyway. At least by one. I'm not gonna, if there's a check for these, I'm just never gonna pass them anyway, so. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hard because this is the stuff I wanted to save for like... I want to know what I'm spending them on. But I just don't know. No, I feel like we could spend not for the red checks because I did that. I did the ruby one last time. I put an extra point in rhetoric and I'm pretty sure it went up. So let's roll with this. Okay, and I definitely have spirit bomb attached. Okay. We go.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
There's a feverish gleam in his eyes. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at them. Is that KLAASJEEEEE?
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Yes, Titus, talking. Talking good.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
That guy, he's got a real thingy. Say nothing. We don't want to alert them.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Your tone is frighteningly emotionless. Yes, not... definitely not KLAASJEEEEE.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Titus?
Peaceful.
Sounds like the armored figure is weeping. So that's the helmet.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
Lieutenant points to the helmeted figure. Yeah, we didn't...
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
We're out of time. The big one is the mercenary at the gates.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This is...
The mercenary tribunal.
Get between them or let's walk away for now. I think we have to get in there. Stop, this is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Okay. I do like their positioning here.
Pig fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. It doesn't sound calm. Can see you're drunk?
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
Yes, please.
She doesn't seem to understand the severity of the situation.
No.
With a wordless glow, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the blue medicinal spirit in your hand seems to have a pulsating glow. It feels enticing somehow.
I'm shaking a little bit.
All right, end game. Light me on fire and throw me in his face.
What?
Wait. It's a good thing you have an anthropomorphic petrol bomb. It really is. But you have to soften him up first. Present an argument.
Okay, okay.
Even if it comes to a fight, it's a good idea to get under his skin first.
Use the Rasengan. I think it's more of a Kamehameha, given the spirit bomb.
I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here.
Ugh.
No, please. Peace.
Oh.
It has worked this far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Start with the first idea you have, move down. Okay, we can do these. Know about Downwell. Name. Okay, then this is not. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go so hot. At least yet, but we can talk, we can talk. Who is that? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer, Hohen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
The armored woman smiles a vicious smile.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
The gunner, he gestures towards himself. The raddest, he nods towards the woman. The killer, he points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate. Who is our other mercenary then?
What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Count the figures.
About 50 little stick figures. All of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end. These men served in Seminai, the native islanders.
Oh. Can I... Well, that's what they're asking for.
That's right. Plenty of kips here in Revachol, too.
T, let's fucking do it.
The man presses through his teeth, his hand on his belt.
Easy. Easy now.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
I don't think... Wasn't Titus. It wasn't Ruby. It wasn't us. I don't think it actually was KLAASJEEEEE. Like, she was involved. She has something. But, like, the actual shooter... I mean... I don't know if it even was KLAASJEEEEE. Someone else. Someone who's not here right now.
How fucking convenient.
Oh. He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on his gun.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
It was Dio. It was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh?
No.
How about the kid?
Woo.
Tell me the magic fucking sniper one more time.
Well, it's the only other place the shot could come from. If it was... They didn't hear it.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
Okay. Logic needs...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
Paul heard it. He doesn't move the weapon.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen.
Fucking liars.
He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
The man looks at his revolver and smiles.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Got them arguing. This is going up. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
He laughs. It's a hollow laughter. Wild Pines is not going to forgive you for massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening. Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
Okay, let's not. Okay, let me just say one thing. Change the
Fucking
topic.
waste this fuck!
The woman squawks.
Ignore her. She's not the main threat yet.
Okay, rhetoric.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. I have some trivia, too. Get him interested in facts.
Okay, good thing we brought our encyclopedia hat and glasses.
Really? None of this looks like it's going to do anything but piss him off.
Yeah.
You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
There's rhetoric. Yes, listen to rhetoric. Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? They were sort of arguing among each other, so maybe if we can get them arguing more. I'm too lazy to name. We're just, as Lee said, we're just having a little chat. We're having the tribunal. Okay, just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel?
I am a Grinnell Major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike.
So, you're the highest ranking of the three of you?
Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
His gun looks a little bigger than yours, buddy. He raps on his armored barrel-like chest. Hi, MB! I'm actually shaking a little bit. This is too much.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun, but we're beyond that now.
Okay. Hold on, what's the highest rank in Grinnell?
King Reaper.
He says without irony. As the leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed.
You're right. But you see, I want it to end in bloodshed.
Hello, Blade PHF. The song is perfect for this scene. It is. It's like... It's surprisingly not overly intense, but it is making my heart race a little bit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else. and his hand is off the gun. This did something.
Okay, suggestion. I'm glad we managed to bump this up after tanking it with Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, but okay, talk about Hanged Man.
Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
I knew you weren't a goddamn scab leader.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Fucking food aid shit. That shit is done now. Trigger time.
Who are you, a major?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
What's wrong with the whirling in rags?
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
I didn't even notice. Of course. Didn't even notice.
No, probably foster brothers.
Yeah.
Elise was put into a foster home, remember?
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. All sentenced to death while led.
Cortinaire, I know that name.
He sways from left to right, inspecting you.
Raoul and Ellis Cortinaire. Look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
And then went to the same military academy, and the same unit, and the same war.
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
He looks around, then wipes his face with his armored glove.
Okay, good.
Okay. Parents left him in a leaf compactor.
Ooh, Laylee.
Yes, when he was small, just an infant.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
I actually don't know why we're bringing this up.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job.
He waves at the gang, huddled by the doors.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
Okay, we're making progress.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Listen, you're Lely. Everyone says says good things about him. He was a talker.
Fuck do you mean, talker?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets, squeeze a bit of kid tass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be.
He points toward the yard.
If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for sure. But me, I'm not a big fan of public affairs, Clay Monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
He had blue eyes, didn't he? Your brother.
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths.
Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise. I will find his killer.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
Stares at you, eyes pink from the alcohol, fingers tapping the pistol.
Big
No?
talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Okay, this is going well. Figured out the armor, got them arguing, talking. He's thinking about leaf compactor. Okay, Where's KLAASJEEEEE? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
KLAASJEEEEE, the woman upstairs, where is she?
Kim now broke his portrait. Oh.
She left!
Gart! What? What? Gart? What? Why? What? You're gonna get shot! Get out of there! And what do you mean she left?
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
Gart, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost?
I love it. I love it. Right, absolute madman. Incredible. Incredible. What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
KLAASJEEEEE! KLAASJEEEEE!
We should have arrested her.
Lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries. No.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Were you compromised too?
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
The vein on the man's neck expands as he yells.
She's gone. Forget about it now.
Okay.
Concentrate on this.
Okay, come on. Kame? Kame? Ah!
With a crash of shattering glass and a terrible roar, the fire draws in oxygen. The bomb hits the mercenary in the chest, swallowing him in flames as he staggers backward.
I didn't want to actually light him on fire, though.
In the fiery inferno, you see your tie, coiling around the man's neck. It is no longer horrific, but beautiful and pure.
Beautiful necktie.
I only ever wanted you to have fun, Harry.
It calls out to you one last time. No! Wait! I didn't even know your name!
My name, should you know it, is Jubson AS Men's Fashion Model, Colorful Tie, Catalog Number J327.
I know so little about you. How did we meet?
One day a sad man walked into a clothing store. He looked really darn like he hadn't had fun in years. He needed someone to show him how to rock and roll again. Jubson AS Catalog Number J327 shone on the tie rack, trying to get his attention. The sad man picked it up and put it on. He looked at himself in the mirror, didn't smile.
Nothing will ever heal me, but at least I'll have a funny tie.
And from that moment on, we rode together. The rest of your clothes were still normal back then, but we took care of that soon enough.
Normal police officer clothes just don't go well with a multi-pattern disco tie made of 98.7% pure flammable polyester.
Hello. Did we have any fun?
Truthfully, not a lot. I did everything a multi-pattern necktie can do to help a man. I mean, I tried to get you to do all the fun things. Drink beer, drink wine, drink cider. Go to parties with young people around and drink beer and cider. Do drugs too, so you don't fall asleep. You had some fun, but not enough to heal you.
This is gonna make me cry, actually. What's wrong with me?
Your heart is broken, Bratushka, and it cannot be mended. Believe me, I've tried.
Necktie, am I gonna stay like this forever?
No, you're going to be mowed down by gunfire from the 2 remaining marks. So no, not forever.
No! Who broke my heart?
You both did, Bratan. Deep down, you know it was both of you.
No, it was her mostly. Don't lie to him, Necktie.
What's going on with that guy?
This guy, well, his face has cracked open into a scream of terror. It looks like he's performing some sort of a shamanistic dance that requires you to be on fire.
Killer dude's pretty chill, though.
Yeah, his body contorts in a very disturbing manner. There's no mincing words with this one. He's dying a horrible, painful death as you're talking to your tie in your head.
Yeah, as cool as I said, this is a horrible way to kill someone, by the way. Might have been kinder to have just shot him.
Smells like a steak on the grill. The burning flesh in your nostrils.
May you find peace by his stepbrother.
It's good to see you still have capacity for compassion, my friend. Deep down, you are a good man.
Goodbye, Necktie!
See you on the other side.
The necktie disintegrates into molten heat, its last remaining embers letting out a pop and crack that sounds like...
Harry, for God's sake! Watch out!
Oh! Oh! Kim!
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Kim, where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. In the background, the leader is still on fire. It's not easy. He has 0.6 seconds to do so. You won't make it. You're on your own.
Link, think!
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you.
Yeah, how... even shoot?
0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger.
Oh, yeah. Like, they're talking like Glenn had one of those.
Absolute destruction.
Healed morale. Absolute destruction, healed morale.
Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces.
Oh, I mean, we are wearing the armor.
He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right, he aims further right. Just dodge the first shot, and the second will be easier. Drunks are quick to anger and make mistakes. Titus, behind you, must be aiming at him right now. Don't forget, there's additional reinforcements. Just survive this.
Okay. Kim, I believe in your dice. Dodge a shot.
You leap left. A swarm of angry men passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Oh, that's not good either. Joy, I'm alive.
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
Where'd the rest of the guys go? They all scattered.
Watch out. To your left.
No!
The Paul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
I said it. I said Kim was gonna die and he's gonna haunt us as a ghost. They were like, no, he wouldn't do that. But there are ghosts in this universe. Oh god. This is a check. This is gonna be the most important check.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly without trembling. He aims, face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot.
Kim.
He has to. The rifleman will fire at you again.
Hello, depressed bean. It kind of describes how I'm feeling right now.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Kim is going through an impossible check. Kim, he hit the rifleman.
Blood gushes from the helmet's
Jeez.
eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Sorry, Glenn.
Oh God, Watch out.
Inland Empire!
You
What?
see two crazed eyes stare at you through the burning meat and the flames. With his face boiling off, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Look the burning man in the eye.
The look of vengeance framed by melting skin. This is the last thing he will do on Earth. But he will do it. He will end you. Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
But is Kim okay? Listen to the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Touch your lower body.
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there.
I don't care.
You can also feel the bone where the bullet went in. Something very sharp, like broken teeth under your fingers.
Try to open your eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
At Kim?
You're bleeding out.
I don't want to say any of these. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. Everyone is so evil.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
Lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
No, no, no.
Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Lieutenant, trust you. Kim, truly trust you. Please.
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him.
Now, if only I could get that achievement.
You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now? It was never Kim, it was me all along?
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there screaming along with all of them. Scaring each other. Haunting each other. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind. Rest.
No. Let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door.
I don't want to.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his bone sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
You're always there for me, Volition.
There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Wow.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a caprice Kinema.
Him?
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
A very good tribunal.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
You got the best outcome of that. It didn't. So Glenn dies no matter what then. I guess. Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
Lieutenant says he's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with the fan above his head like a halo, his face covered in bruises. It is a halo. What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Parabellum.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun. It's engraved on it.
Cops like it.
The war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
Looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
Completely failed. Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
It's not ouch time.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Not organ damage bad. Okay. Not surgical either, so like, okay. The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What happened?
What happened? You threw an improvised petroleum bomb at the Major. A firefight ensued.
The time made me do it.
He does not answer and searches for something in his coat pocket instead.
What? So can you, if you don't talk to Horrific Necktie, can you still get the bomb? And then... on. No, you never got the bomb. Whoa. My subfriend. No, you could use the gun. Oh, okay, because I was like, I wasn't getting... I was waiting for this bonus, but I didn't see it. Oh, you have to shoot instead. Okay, I guess that's where this bonus comes from. Oh, Amarez, I saw you had Gatchaman Crowds music on your channel. Gatchaman Crowds is one of my favorite anime, by the way. So was this a totally useless thought to hide the bomb? Is he dead?
Very. He died in the hospital.
Ooh.
A blood-stained killer.
My killer.
You're an officer of the RCM.
Continues without waiting for a reply.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
Wow. There's a pause.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Okay, Angus. Was Theo the older guy? They both died before. Wow. They really pulled it together. Very good if you have, for the armor thought, very good if you have the gun, don't have high hand-eye coordination for the shot. Didn't even need it. Eugene?
Yes. He's still alive too.
Okay.
You were bleeding out by then. I think you said that no one wants to party with you, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Pole, before she got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
We both killed. You also killed.
He nods.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
Okay. Fair. They're all dead. And they're all dead, all three? The contractors?
The Pole was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side, total?
4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets.
Oh, so did Shanky... Hold on. What happened to... Did they say what happened to Shanky? I remember we had, like, there was a... One that skilled says something about he would be the first to bail, so... Anyway, and that's...
All.
Total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
Said 7. Is that, 4... Six, does that something get mixed up? Yeah, because they don't say how Shanky... I don't think it said how Shanky died. It's a mystery.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornet did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized yet.
He rubs his swollen chin.
And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Oh.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked.
Okay.
The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
Psycho-locomotor. Oh yeah, is it in for my station? Yeah, I did. I guess we got that. There was like a esprit de corps message about Jean and Judith going home for the day, but come on, guys. Kind of missed something big here. I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
Oh. I was shot.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
Really?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd, you haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Gart was present for the tribunal, but Jean was. I really want to talk to Gart. He was the real hero there.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
You're so worried about me. Where are they?
I don't know.
That's between you and them, he thinks.
Absolute state of Jean. Oh boy. Not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
I didn't know you could... Thank you. I want to ask both, but...
No need. I did.
Didn't know you could do that.
It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too.
Oh.
Actually, you can. You can even remove a fractured bullet, it seems.
Cool. Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much.
Oh.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Hey, get up.
Easy now.
Lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. An orange hue of pain.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Freighter.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone? But I was supposed to talk to her about... something.
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
Looks out the window. Oh, did I miss that then? Dang. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna be able to talk to Classy again, I assume.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classy too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Don't have to rub it in. Wait, you've checked? She's really?
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
But for a mystery, it has to be somebody mentioned early in the story.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
Rare scene, many people miss because of timings. Going to Everard after Joyce leaves. Okay. So are we not able to see him now? Okay, well, there's a bunch of stuff we can do, but... on the church wall. Footprints, 28 possibility the shot came from a distance. Teak bullet. You can ask all of these. Maybells, the flowers.
What?
Yank it out and show the dried flower what falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
It's pretty.
He's wrong.
No, Kim, every piece of garbage in the city is connected to the case.
Okay.
He concedes clearly not meaning it. This is gonna solve it, I know it now. What about the hole in the ouch wall? Somebody was checking her out.
I don't know. That's been there for years.
The goddamn footprints.
Yes. God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable.
Diablo. There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
Yeah. Antique bullet from a Belle Maigret 4.46 millimeters. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
Can't believe they're useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
Okay, we'll say this. This has become I'm La Puta Madre's peony, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
Oh.
That does make some sense.
Simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, Detective, on account of it being dead.
Okay.
A nod.
I'll say the
I'm
other
afraid
thing.
we may not be... Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
I mean, said it killed him. I bet it does. You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Actually, I want to talk about this crime some more before I tell you what I think about its hardness.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes now.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
That's right, let's get up. Time to start drinking. You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
You don't have to say it.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We have to check KLAASJEEEEE's room upstairs. Wait, oh, his like cigarette is floating. I want to see the. I was just seeing the animation. Let's see how off. Yeah, look at that. He's so talented. We should check KLAASJEEEEE's room upstairs.
Why not?
On the floor, Kim?
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
You better not have just put that on the carpet. Worse than me. Kim using his mind powers. I mean, he can teleport. He has the power. I mean, he has the power to disable teleportation. When we go to a room, when we say goodbye to him, he like teleports through his door. He's incredibly powerful. The soul of a show. I think he kept his stuff. He better. He better. Just checking. It's not the purple tear. I don't know. You made a great shot.
The bed's a little nice.
Okay. I've seen Kim phase through walls. I know, I got him like locked on the other side of somewhere and he just like warped right through the door.
The fan is spinning.
He's the orange angel. Oh. That's... Oh. Look, the door's open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Alright. Go to Kim's room? Oh. Oh. How do I go in? Let me... Oh, we probably don't need to carry this around. I'm trying to click. Again? Oh, here we go. Oh! Oh, it's so much smaller. I didn't even... Wow! Sorry, I'm just checking things. I can't believe we're right next to each other the whole time. I mean, we were right next to each other, but I didn't realize we led right in. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Medicinal supplies on the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. Make your bed.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Thank you for keeping this... Oh. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I am sure neither of us feels solid enough to keep loitering in this room. Let's go.
Does his room not have a bathroom then? Just taking a peek. I guess the window got fixed. Newly replaced glass shining in the morning light. What are we playing? The stereo player has been reunited with its right speaker. Oh, it's a shared bathroom. Okay, okay. Fun. Oh, oh. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it will be okay. You lock the opposite door and you... Okay, okay. I've never seen one like that. Don't need that. Looks like she left something on the table.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door.
Did the dance check in the church after getting shot in the leg. Kim was very mad at me for it. Oh no. Yeah, I guess it's probably not good for that leg or his concussion.
I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift?
A gift?
The lieutenant turns to the suitcase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
I like gifts. Hello, Min. Welcome. You missed our big shootout.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked. Deliberate. Focused.
Leave. Okay. Just check out... Oh. She's made around 4 months of payments for this room.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush.
Molotov cocktail. Exactly. We made a spirit bomb from, what was it, 98.7% alcohol and our tie.
Pity.
I was kind of hoping the gift would be in here.
I always took you for more of a drunk than a chemical abuser, Lieutenant Hefreighter. Should we go?
Oh, I didn't know that's what we were implying. He says as though it's self-evident. He'd really clean this out.
Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
Close the cabinet. Up we go. Oh, I should probably save. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room onto the roof. Let's check that before we check the window, actually. Leaving us a clue. Red string of fate. Huh. Thread is tied to the antenna. Well, let's check the window now. Is Molotov stronger than a gun? Or was a spirit bomb? Well, if the person is covered in very strong armor, then lighting them on fire was maybe the better choice.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
Where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime.
The island.
The island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
There are ruins on that islet, a sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
Looks out the window and onto the bay. How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
Right.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
This is her way of saying she's sorry.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
This is also the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Yeah.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water.
He is trying to justify it to himself.
How can you not?
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez, looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there? There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
I don't have anything to say. This is just something we have to do, Kim.
I understand.
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
Remember an anti-aircraft gun, or the ruins of one on the island, from the coin-operated viewer.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Nods.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Kim, let's go to the island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island.
He takes a second to gather himself, then says,
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian the net picker, she's tarring her boat. We had a nice date.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, yeah, now he sounds happy. Leave. Kidoki, I'm gonna make my guess and say maybe going to the island is our point of no return. So there's... Yes, okay. So there's some stuff I guess we want to figure out here. Well, I just want to talk to people, and then we have some books to read, and we have the board game. Let's see who we can find. Finish what you can. Okie dokie. Start!
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I took a bullet for this place. I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that was a crazy move. Crazy effective. Petroleum bomb. Never seen anything like that. I was there until it struck him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
I did notice.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Where did everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Oh, what happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
I want to nod and say you're a badass. We'll say it. Yeah, I guess you are a badass.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Oh, Gart. Gart.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself, stepping onto that balcony.
Okay, I'll see if I can...
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Just nod stoically.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Just two badass men nodding stoically. Make that three. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
Oh, all right, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Oh, goodbye. Nodding stoically. Oh. You're still here?
Hi again, Gendarme.
You have nothing to say. Oh.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Bye-bye. Hi, Sans Undertale. I'll nod stoically to that, Sans Undertale. Now, are you guys? Yeah, you guys are here. Oh, that's really sad. Oh. Hey, Titus.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
It's Sans Undertale. He's wearing the coat, sweater.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you, but I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. There I was, thinking, where are we gonna find a tin opener large enough for those cans? Then Capo Loco shows up and just sets a man on fire.
Wow.
Impressive shit, Copper. None of us would be breathing right now if it wasn't for... I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
No need to thank me, just doing my job.
Well, cheers anyway, Copper.
Raises his whiskey bottle in salute. I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed.
Yeah.
But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Oh. Where's Elizabeth? I'd like to see what she thinks.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
Is it Shanky or Glenn?
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
Oh, they do mention Shanky. Great. What? Really? Huh. Hold on, where's that Shanky fella?
Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd run. But no, he stayed. Stupid, brave fella.
Oh.
He didn't like him. That only makes it worse.
Is Titus Glenn back on AM3? He does run in most playthroughs. Oh, wow. They're good people. I'm sorry it went like that.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
Remember, you will die. Rare Shanky death in the shootout. That's... Wow, so... I guess I didn't get the best results. I'm still not entirely sure what happened there, but...
Memento mori, or remember that you must die, is a slogan various religious orders have thrown around since the dawn of mankind to emphasize the vanity of earthly life and the transient nature of all earthly pursuits. In essence, it means one should live virtuously in this life to live better in the afterlife.
No, you got the best result. Shanky's a rat. Oh dear. Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Okay.
Or you might die of a heart failure or syphilis.
Glad Eugene survived.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of men, there are plenty who'd join.
You know what happened to KLAASJEEEEE?
Don't know, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. Really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
He did.
Okay, got it.
He nods and takes another sip of whiskey.
That was easy. Drama easy. Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janro. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Revacho.
Okay.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Oh,
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
What? Kim! Where's our dialogue replay button? I need to hear that again. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milker.
It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
The response is completely unironic. So long, fellows. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Jamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Normal cop.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
We have to be hardy boys. Can you be like Dubois boys?
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
Huh. The RCM could really use a man like you, Titus. Think about it.
I will, Capo.
Oh.
That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
I got an achievement, Hardy's Heroes.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
My achievements are probably gonna look really weird since they only started activating like the last two. I know, I didn't really want to ask him, but it gave me an achievo. All this, and I still can't get the, whoa, the Kim achievement. Kim likes you achievement, what's this? Bonjour. One day, just today, I will be the retour. I will be returning. Pray de quoi? Beside you? One day, je serai. Maybe one day I'll be returning beside you. Maybe.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Oh, looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for a masterpiece. Oh yeah, you got it? Oh, je serai. glad I can manage a tiny bit of French.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
Smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Oh, wow. One day I'll be back near you, is what Google Translate says.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
You have to buy a cigarette, too? I think the translators, one day I'll return to your side. Oh. Oh. Goodbye smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it there just to see what happens. See if it's flammable, it's better that way. Yeah, secret message. Do we have to buy cigarettes to do that? Okay, so it makes us go there. That's already translating the dialogue. Oh yeah. One day I'll return to your side.
That took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was...
Okay. But I don't want to smoke. What it says on the can. I don't want to smoke. Buy the cigs. You don't have to smoke to get... Okay, you don't have any. You don't have to smoke. Okay. We can do that. Let's just... Kuno! Kuno! Hey!
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
Yes, that's true.
Cool. That's very cool to Kuno. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different.
Wouldn't want to have it any other way.
Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
Feels good for some reason.
Okay, nothing.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Who knows?
Kuno starts doing that "I got my eyes on you" gesture repeatedly. The one thing we never got...
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
We never got, like, her backstory. Which I felt like... I mean, maybe we could have gotten it if I hadn't taken the drugs from him, but... Okay, oh, let's... We're probably just gonna go around and talk to everybody.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I heard that she killed somebody, but or that's what Kuno says, but I was hoping we'd get a little more elaboration, but we didn't. Precinct 57, we've been attacked. I repeat, Lieutenant King Kitsuragi and I...
Something is wrong. Only static hisses through the speaker.
Hello?
No reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Crenel.
So it's Union versus Crenel now.
It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely.
Isn't that dangerous?
No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope.
Glances over his shoulder.
I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now.
He flicks off the radio. Silence.
You can try calling again. Just don't mention the Tribunal. And remember, they are listening in.
Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If anything, everything sounds too okay. In the cabin, you see...
Okay, let's
This is
call...
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
41st.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Okay, Jules, I've heard that some people think of me as La Puta Madre's peony. You think I'm corrupted?
10-4, sir. Well, there have been some talk, sir.
There's a pause as he seems to mull it over behind his enormous radio microphone. Finally says reluctantly, I just want you to know that I would never ever do anything like that. I'm not taking bribes, Jules.
I only meant that there have been some talk in the station, that's all. But there are always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are.
Oh.
But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Okay.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Okay. I feel like that wasn't quite an answer. Okay. You took a bunch of bribes though. I took one. It wasn't really a bribe. I took it from Joyce. I rejected everything else. Hello.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
Alive and limping.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now?
I took more than
local
one.
union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
More than once? What was the other then? So I thought I rejected everything from Everard, but I don't quite remember. Maybe you asked for it. I don't remember now. I'm still looking around, loose threads to tie up.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
Met the lady driver in my investigation. She's called Ruby.
Okay.
Seems a little apprehensive.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire?
I just wanted to tell her she's okay.
The lieutenant throws you a quick glance.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I think it's okay to tell him. Didn't do anything.
Oof. Good on her. And good on you, too, my man. That's...
He looks for the words.
Merciful. Downright merciful. You cops keep exercising that muscle, and people will be more willing to cooperate, you know.
He's clearly relieved.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough sharing details about the investigation for one day.
Yeah, okay, it went down. That's okay. Fair, but I think he deserved to know. Racist guy's gone. Oh, look, you can still see. You can still see the sword. Wish I could have had it back, but we added to it. And I wanted to grab. Do you have anything before I grab some stuff? Nope.
Is this about?
Yeah, what am I grabbing?
To the left of
Okay.
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all
okay with
bear
11.
the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Will I be okay with 11 for endgame? I have a lot of money. I'll grab some extras.
Okay. 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 Here. I hope. Okay. Here. Okay. Here. I hope.
And we want...
A colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
We want...
Here you go, mister. Here you go, mister.
We want alcohol for... Idiot Doom Spiral. Because I think we still have something else for him. This is all... Wow. Fully empty. Manana! You have anything?
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Danger comes with the boyadero lifestyle, right?
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife, not bullets. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart.
Right, so where is everyone?
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
You can't help me get inside?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
Okay.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
What's gonna happen next?
Time will tell. I'll tell Evrak you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
Yeah. What will you be doing now?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am.
I want a side quest where you introduce Tommy and Manana so they can be bros, yeah!
Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live.
I'm sure you'll do good.
You know it, friend.
He smooths his mustache with his hand. Good talking to you, gotta run. Hey, so... I guess no more Measurehead. It's fun, I would have wondered if we could have gotten some respect from racist lorry driver after all that. Quick save. Well, I don't want to smoke, so we can do this without smoking, I hope.
The graffito has been painted. This was Cindy the Skull.
Okay. Step back, Lieutenant. Set the graffito on fire with a lit cigarette.
The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
Wow.
What if the words are not directed at the people of Martinez, or even the coalition aerostatics above the city? They're meant for something above even those.
Say nothing. Stare grimly into the flames.
The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Oh.
Let's go to that island.
Oh, Kim.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
It felt good, like, for a moment of silence, I think. But Disco Elysium is probably what I would have said. Eve. That's cool. We got the point back. You like that? Gaston.
Mon Dieu! You set it on fire! What kind of a policeman are you?
Fuel oil was an environmental hazard. I had to get rid of it somehow.
Oh, of course. I didn't think of it. Good job, officer.
Do you have anything more to say about Renee?
Yes. What about Renee?
Okay, nothing
Yes. We are...
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But I just don't know anymore.
Oh. I feel like I wish we could have gotten more closure for that. Elang, do you have anything?
Wow!
Wow, what?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is?
Is it?
Cool! That's cool!
Need funds for... I'm not gonna get money from him. What checks do we have? Because there's stuff I don't actually want to do, but... mirror, sunglasses, smart and butter, we can't do that. Yeah, I don't... Not leaning towards doing a lot of these. But which was the sunglasses one?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100%.
What do we have? Oh. We have that's conceptualization. I don't think I have anything else to like buy, but you might as well. Look. Oh. Yeah, I guess we don't need that anymore. Logic. Yeah, not much.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a...
No luck.
Oh.
All you find is that.
Oh!
Hey, at least it might act.
You don't like it? Sure.
Better we
No
can
problem.
We can
Let's
put
get you
another.
some real shades.
And then I'll leave it. It's good for experience points.
No.
Oh, come on.
All you
Oh well.
Hey.
You don't like it?
Very cursed. Let's go check out Cindy while she's here, and then I don't know who else has like extra dialogue, but then we can read some books. And I think there's still a case I haven't done. Oh, anything new on here? This coin-operated viewer has been banged up, inoperable. Quick maths. Oh, Lee, I meant to ask what you painted on the wall. I did something beautiful is going to happen. And I'm happy with that choice. Oh, no Cindy up there? Oh. Too bad. Is this a new case or the same case? It's the same case. You don't remember. Oh, but it was art. This is all the same case, but we can do the board game. I haven't done that yet. Let's find a comfy spot for the board game. And do some stuff. Oh, and we have a postcard. So we have to finish the Dick Mullen book. Let's finish that though.
In your hand, the story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights. An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law.
Keep reading.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
No way Mullen did it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana DeNerva.
Nice, a dame.
And not just any dame. She's truly one in a million, a knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Man, who doesn't?
Secrets are the currency of human relations.
Oh, that's deep.
Your secrets are unknown, even unto you. So does that make you a rich man or a beggar?
Wow. Volition. Now it's getting interesting.
DeNerve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullin begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel.
Vasya, destroy her now. We can't. He ran away.
Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Okay, local police captain, son of powerful politician, strung-out art collector. Tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring.
So is crypto-fascist just like a thing in this world?
He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Interesting. I want to hear about the politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullin's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullin did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Yeah, crypto-fascists are a thing in this one. I mean that's true. It's just I didn't know what the word meant. I just wondered how much of a common parlance it was. Okay, what was that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullin discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Okay, let's get on with the story.
One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullin's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Oh no!
Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
How does Mullin expect to solve the murder if he's sleeping with the witness?
The man's a prosecutor's nightmare. Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence gets thrown out in court over police misconduct. That's just Dick Mullin's modus operandi. He might bend the rules, but he closes cases like no one else can.
I'm not sure I'm happy with this, but maybe the story will turn it around.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullin and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you." Always aim for the center of mass. Whatever it is, Mullin never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly. When Mullin comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Oh no! Oh, hi PKTT, I just played this game recently and Kim's the best, just the best. I know! He's like my favorite characters ever now, I think. I mean, I love both Harry and Kim, but I don't know how they managed to make a character so perfect, but they did.
Mullin trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullin didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars.
Yeah.
Dick Mullin won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties. The heat is on. If Dick Mullin can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Got some questions first.
What is it, Detective?
Yeah, because I don't know yet. Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born to be a detective?
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses.
Oh.
You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Oh. Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
Okay, maybe not. There are parts worth saving.
Like what?
The pleasure of contemplating art. Oh, I want to say both, but friends and family.
Do you even have those?
I've got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him.
Oh.
It's true in more ways than you know.
Oh.
But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
Let's say
Is
art.
It really so like what?
The pleasure of contemplating art.
You don't know how you know, but you can feel this book laughing at you. You think contemplating art is going to save you?
Yeah, I do. I'm the goddamn art cop after all.
Whatever you say, art cop. The book has stopped laughing, but you can feel it grinning smugly at you.
I hope Kim notices this. Hey, F you, book.
You know you look like a madman, right? Giving an inanimate object the finger like that.
What's the matter, Detective?
Yes! This book is making fun of my sincerest beliefs.
Then perhaps you should stop reading it.
But you can't stop, can you? You've got to find out what happens.
I don't have any more questions. I figured it all out. Well, I hope you have, Harry. I haven't.
So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Communism.
What? That doesn't even make sense. There's never a straight answer with you, is there? You just get hooked on random stupid notions and then repeat them every chance you get. Now go on. Find out who really did it.
Oh, I wanted to say all of them. I was hoping it would let me. Okay, finish the book.
You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone.
Impossible. Failure.
Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Now I'll never know.
Too bad, Detective. If it's any consolation, the resolution is almost never very satisfying.
Please stop providing meta commentary.
And on that note, perhaps we should get back to making sense of our own case?
Yeah.
Last year, more than 71% of murders in Revachol went unsolved. In Revachol West, that number was closer to 85%.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
So we have Dick Mullen with the board game. Then we have the Heimdall books. Let's do the board game and then we'll do Heimdall. Let's do a proper save. Board game. Okay, been waiting for this like old game. Here we go.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Oh no. Hello, NG. You missed the Tribunal. I'm sorry. But you're here for the board game. That's way more important. Let's shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. What treasures wait in store for you?
Ooh.
Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
Yes! Let's remove the plastic.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
This history seems problematic, but it is important to teach children basic economic concepts.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling. You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
Keep reading.
The instructions are opaque at first, and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource.
Like what?
Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol.
Okay. Collect resources, rearrange, fill contracts, build structures.
As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Ooh, read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
Find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly. Can we trust you, though? Anyway, how's the winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying ch as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Oh, sorry. It's not letting me. Check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Oh, those are nice.
Lieutenant picks up a sugar token and admires it. Put the components away.
You hold the open game box before you.
Hey Kim, wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours.
That's good. I want to waste time. We need to be by the canal at midnight to see the Headless Fawn Rider.
I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
You didn't even want to go to the island in the first place.
So he says.
Oh no, it's a check.
But his gaze lingers a moment longer on the rulebook than is strictly necessary. He could make time if he really wanted to.
Yes, plenty of time.
What is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Come on, it might help us think of more creative solutions to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
Indeed.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I read the rules already. I'll show you.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachol. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza.
Oh, wonder if we'll have to choose. I like archaeological treasures.
There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Seminine Islands.
So he's going for apricots and sugar.
Alright, detective. Your turn.
Okay.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Let's do fill a contract or let your... It's... Yeah, maybe if we start out slow, we can pull things... We can get more in the end, so let's let them rest for a while.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Oh. Okay, make them work a little, but not too much.
That's more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Archaeological treasures.
Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
Nice strategy. Oh.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Hey, why don't I get one of those?
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
That's nice.
What is that patronizing tone? You're one of the suzerain's trusted administrators. You may need to put the lieutenant in his place.
Not even sure what points are. That's part of the problem.
Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary convention that games use to reward or punish players for certain behaviors.
I see. Oh, our people killed went up. Wow. I see.
If points are really arbitrary, as the lieutenant says, what's to stop you from playing the game the way you want?
Who came up with such a concept?
Game designers, I imagine?
Am I getting points now? Look around.
There are some paranoid types who believe the moral intern keeps detailed score sheets for everyone in the Real Belt. But that's obviously nonsense.
I mean, after learning about the contingency plans and stuff, that might be fair.
Otherwise, no. There are no points, just your actions and the consequences of those actions.
just like there are no honor points. None whatsoever.
That's terrifying.
That's just the way it is.
The lieutenant doesn't seem to find much value in dwelling on the subject.
Now, I believe it's your turn.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources.
Oh.
Those aren't your only options.
What else can we do, Rhetoric?
You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain. Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
Let's say I'm a moralist, not a communist. Kent, what should I do?
That's up to you, detective. But remember, the objective of the game is to earn victory points for the suzerain. You should probably pick one strategy and stick to it. Trying to do a little of everything is usually a bad idea.
What about the workers?
The workers are just there to produce raw resources. You're not supposed to worry about them too much.
The lieutenant assumes you're playing by the rules as written. But what's the point of playing if you can't make your own choices?
I mean, we were already putting workers. Maybe we should stick with that. I feel like we need to focus on the contracts as well. Cause that's he was sort of doing both. Let's do some contracts.
Who cares about workers or territories when the real action is in Revachol? You spend your turns fulfilling contracts for sweet coins and one-time bonuses. After several turns, you have a neat pile of cardboard coins and several units of archaeological treasure, which you trade in to build a museum.
Yes! Museum.
You place a cylindrical piece of wood on the Revachol section in the middle of the board. It's meant to stand in for a beautifully adorned edifice filled with ancient wonders.
Him destroyed you? I don't know. I can't really tell how I'm doing.
This is more or less what happened in real life as well.
Oh no.
To this day, if Ilmarans want to see their nation's priceless treasures, they have to visit Revachol, or Gottwald, or Sur-le-Clay.
Oh. Despite being absolutely crushed in the revolution, they still get to keep the treasures.
Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points.
Aha!
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus.
Ooh.
Amplified music worth 7 victory points. You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
Tell me more.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre. By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
Oh.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens.
Can you even do that? Oh, can you even do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules.
Oh.
Now's your chance. Show the lieutenant what happens when he patronizes you. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Oh. That's pretty mean, but we're in this to win this. Sorry, Kim, you're not going to like this. Introduce the lieutenant's workers to cocaine. The lieutenant's face goes stony as you take your turn. He does not appreciate you getting all his workers addicted to cocaine.
With each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins as his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens. As a matter of historical fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safre. To this day, fully half of the former Safre Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
Isn't that what they did in the apricot suzerainty in real life?
More or less.
The lieutenant says, but he's thinking less about matters of historical wrongdoing and how to get out of the jam you put him in.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit: protectionism. By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he hopes to starve you out of the market at the risk of incurring the suzerain's disfavor.
Destroying Kim? But I don't want to destroy him.
The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might? Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself? Alternatively, you could throw the whole game away by trying to build a public education system for the children of your workers. The choice is yours.
Too late. Revachol or fight Cam? Trade war or victory column? I don't know. Fine, it's on.
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or generating resources for the suzerain.
Oh no, we're gonna kill each other by doing this.
Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war. But this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours.
Oh no!
Soon, your coffers are empty, and the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
Oh no!
I hope you learned your lesson.
Yeah, never get involved in a trade war in Insulin Day.
Never fuck with Kim Kitsuagi.
Fair. Fair enough. I thought I was destroying him.
Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication.
I guess I should have gone for the victory column.
After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. -5 victory points. You'll be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful performance.
I thought you said I was destroying him. Did I really screw it all up in that last moment?
I've got 15 points.
He says with a slight smirk on his face.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again.
Oh.
Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Okay, put the game away. I was doing so well. Okay. But I didn't really want to beat him. He deserves that win. He made the impossible shot.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Yelmdar standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore.
I don't think you're meant to have two Zweihanders. Seems over the top.
Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Yelmdaler Man, the man from Yelmdal, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair.
Oh.
Naked women and giant swords. Is that really the best they could come up with? Feels formulaic and derivative.
Look at the back cover.
The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Heimdall saga. Meet man from Heimdall, his faithful blood brother Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet for the Northlands, for Heimdall. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Eelndal and the Necromancer's Treasure. Man from Eelndal, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Eelndal, the Curse of Nacht-Hera. A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title.
The publishers must have a dim view of their readership.
Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history.
Read the first couple of pages.
The story opens in media res. The man from Heimdall and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering whites, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses. By nightfall, only the man from Eondal and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
I'm too old for this.
9, Tyribald. The man from Heimdall bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands, for Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer.
Sturm and Drang, like from Grand Blue Fantasy. I know it's like Storm and Stress, it's like an art movement or something.
The writer has never held a sword in their life, let alone two two-handed swords at the same time. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation.
Yeah.
And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
Skip ahead.
A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point.
This is doing well for XP gain.
The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nacht-Hera, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge.
Hold on, why is the man from Heimdall doing any of this?
What do you mean?
Why is he doing all this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Hyundai. Because his noble Cutlan blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
That all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Is there anything else to his character?
He is the man from Hyundai, forged in the fury of battle. Death was his sire, and blood his dam. He had but 14 winters when he left his frigid homelands in Cutla to seek glory and honor. That is his character.
Okay.
He doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is?
Okay, but does he have any internal tension?
He is the wildest man alive. The only mortal strong enough to wield the twin Zweihammers, Sturm and Drang, whose names mean storm and...
Is it storm and stress? I don't quite remember. Yes, I get that. He's strong and has big swords, but why should I care about his character?
What are you? A book critic?
Actually, yes, I'm a goddamn art cop.
Enough. You're ruining the pacing of the story. Now where did you leave off? Ah yes. What pacing? You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from Hrothgar's Keep to the ancient forest of Yesdar, where our heroes infiltrate the Nachtherre's dire hall. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nachtherre are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nachtherre forbidden magic. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nachtherre's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway. Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Hyundai and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Well, yeah, who else would it be?
In an instant, the Nachtherre summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our
Orcanoids.
heroes. The hall fills with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming orcanoid viscera. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Conceptualization's not having a great time.
When the din of battle settles, only the man from Hyundai and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nachtherre. The man from Hyundai's soda-like blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Northlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee.
Gotta be kidding me.
What?
This is almost exactly as the first scene. Even the word gibbering is used twice.
In the first scene, the man from Hyundai fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now, he's confronting a pair of Nachtherre and their horde of orcanoid thralls. The two couldn't be further apart.
Okay, fine. What happens next?
An excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Hyundalaman saga, Hyundalaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, "To be continued."
Oh.
Considering the sheer amount of different Hyundalaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find the sequel. The man from Hyundai stares at you on the cover, his face fixed in grim resolve.
We have the other one, the Devil Woman, but before let's take a break and
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
read a case file.
It
We
takes
have
about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Murder at the Hookah Parlor.
Murder. Tum 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 at the Hookah Parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the Hookah Parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the Hookah Parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
That's a turn of phrase.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey.
Ugh.
Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
Huh.
No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
Can it be?
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy.
Yeah,
really sharp
yeah.
edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, his head on the table, and died. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Have a good night, man. Thank you for staying along. I know we're just clearing up some loose ends right now, but thanks for being here. Have a good night.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
There's no more. I like those. I wish there were more.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden
Nothing in
without
here?
resistance
Oh.
or sound. The two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
We gonna get like morale damage?
The words just crossed your mind somehow.
Who are they for?
Who do you think?
Okay, close the permanence compartment.
It's
okay. Before we read the last book, let's head across. Let's go across and talk to Idiot. Let's talk to everybody across. Across the way. See if they have things to say. It's cool that they leave up all the wiring after you do all this. The phasmid there? Haven't forgotten.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak. Poor things.
I tried, Lena. Alright, let me set it up from the car. We won't talk to Lillian yet. Hello.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot!
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
Guess you're right. The men with guns were coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the loss of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Then we'll be ready for them.
Okay, goodbye. The kiddo's here. Hello, kiddos, I got shot. Want to see a bullet wound?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
I kind of wish there was a little more with these two. They're funny. Alright, over there, okay. Two more stories for me? Do any of you have... I'll check with all of you.
The legend!
Okay.
He's back. And firstly, I got smoke.
You?
Uncle.
There's no...
Okay. Now you.
Man, you're like bleeding now. Wonderful. Not much, but it will do.
Okay.
This last one
Oh,
is
it's the last
the
one.
most Martinet story I've ever heard.
He takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time, I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Cryptids?
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
A place to call home?
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
Your lost keys?
Hey, hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
Oh. Okay, what kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Wait, what do you mean certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me. I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
I can handle it. I just got shot.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
I see.
Anyway, sometime later, he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
See?
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then, something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
Wait, nose candy?
You know tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or Emelan Gold, for the plateau on which most of the world's supply is grown and harvested, typically by slave labor.
Of course.
Sinus salt, the white knight.
White Knight.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course, but also Flake, Powder, Pearl. Really, anything that's white will work. He's talking about cocaine, baby.
I thought cocaine was like magenta here. Are you referring to cocaine?
Shit, yeah, tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a comradely bump on the shoulder as a couple millimeters of booze sloshed out of his bottle. So what happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right.
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 Wrong. Do it all the time.
All the time?
All day, baby.
Thanks, electrochemistry.
Hey, tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white.
Uh-huh.
Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
What a loss for the world of design.
I know, tequila. I know.
He takes a swig, considers pouring out some for this lost genius, and thinks better of it.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly 1/4 kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I never put anything in electrochemistry, but would be fun to do I'm sure to do a high electrochemistry playthrough.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this 1/4 key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
That's nuts.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
Wow.
No. Wow.
Why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez.
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
Points to the pipe.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
Oh.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic.
Always the skeptic.
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
What did these expeditions plan to do with it?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum, the gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market, and the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
These aren't even like checks. Electrochemistry's coming through no matter what.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Rosemary, you said something about islets?
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no. Maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
What have you learned from the other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend, with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
I didn't know there's another quest here, but okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
Why?
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice.
Oh.
You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have money.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky with this.
Damn, that's too bad.
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast. Don't give up.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Didn't give us a quest. Are there any more stories you can tell?
Not that I can think of, currently.
I guess that makes sense. You have been drinking a lot.
That might be the case. Yes.
We see you. Okay, and then we have real money. I mean, I was doing pretty well. Let's get undercover before I make Kim stand out in the... That's not really cover. While we read this evil book. Oh, it's clearly meta commentary about cut content. That's incredible. I love that. I love that. From the game. Oh, I love it. That's great.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Heimdall Man.
Look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, "Man from Heimdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Heimdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Heimdall be able to escape this dire situation and find his missing friend?"
Time to flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Heimdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination.
Also mentioned multiple times in pre-release lore fluff, the studio have done a lot of work on the setting beyond what you can see in the game. I've seen a little bit about that. I'm super... I mean, stuff's even sort of come out while I've been playing it. It's I really wish there was like a lore book or something that we could just read because I'm so fascinated by the worlds. I can't. I mean, I hope we still get the novel that the writer wrote at some point.
His arms whirling like windmills are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written?
Okay, it's rhetoric, not happy this time.
You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdalla tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Give me more.
Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward.
The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Does the novel already exist? Yes, it's Estonian, I believe. Unfortunately, that is not a language I'm even slightly proficient in. I'm sure we're getting more in the novel at some point. I hope so. I know that they were... I saw... Because, I mean, I follow them now on Twitter. I saw that they were, like, hiring a writer recently. I'm sure they're working on something, but... I know I see people wanting, like, Disco Elysium 2. The only thing... I mean, I don't know how this ends, but I feel like... if this is a satisfying ending for the characters, I'd rather it be, like, another game set in the world and not necessarily a sequel with Harry and Kim, for instance. I feel like we're gonna have a satisfying arc, but we'll see. Also, I want to see more than just Revachol. Okay. Holy shit, this is so me. Really get into the book.
A passage reads, the man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says,
Forged in gore and strife.
I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
Oh no!
This is beyond primitive.
I was hoping this would get better, but the writing is terrible and repetitive.
What do you even know about literature? Have you ever read a book in your life?
Excuse me, I know a thing or two about critical analysis and art.
Write a thesis. Man from Heimdall is done with you.
Oh no! Okay, I guess that's... Oh, I made it mad. So let's... Okay, Lillian, what do you have to say? We have a boat?
Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
I got shot.
You're not limping.
Oh.
You're you.
How are we doing for skill points? Okay.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real good.
Oh, she's worried.
What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about. madame.
It is pretty worrying when you have shots that close to you.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged a second shot. I can also get not shot.
Well, good for you.
You should see the other guys. They're all dead.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Oh. I was a killer long before this happened.
Aye. Not a lot of RCM men who aren't killers.
She knew you were one when you took her to Land's End.
Oh. I have a question for you.
Of course.
We need to get
Can
to
I
that.
help you with something?
We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
I mean, if it's a little skiff, that's not that hard to drive, but I assume we know how to drive a boat.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Not if I want to rock. Nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
2 days of sunshine? I just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here.
Oh.
Be sad to lose the first one.
What's on that island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
I mean, yeah, we're not... I have to see that gun, but an anti-aircraft gun, I assume, would be a little more destructive than, like, a sniper rifle. I assume that's not what he was shot with.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Oh. Only official joyriding with Cam. Oh, I can't wait. You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
Yeah.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins.
Oh.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
But those are really... Okay, I did say I want to talk to kids some more, but, like, they're pretty young for that.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay. Be seeing you. That was nice. Okay, let's just talk to the kids again. Like, weren't these kids like 4?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking a stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
These kids are so little. Please don't let them make fires.
Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what they are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Fire guy. So there's someone there.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out a notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because...
The boy pauses to think.
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
I love these kids.
Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Starts one of them. It's hard to tell which one now.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think.
Okay.
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
What?
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Okay. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Okay.
Don't say that. He didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Your father did not kill himself.
I don't know.
The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Okay. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
I'm glad you agree now. Okay, bye kids. Take care. Okay, where are we? Determine where the shot came from. I mean, so like I think with the we're missing the helmet, and Kuno tossed it out to the sea, so we might find it on the island. Okay. Let's just check. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that wouldn't be hard to drive. Harry can drive that. Oh. Bye, Kim. Now he's coming. Okay, let's save. Let's see. B for boat. Okay, so I guess we're sort of at the point of no return, so I'm gonna finish up there. And I guess the next episode will be the last one. Like, I don't want to finish. I might save it to next weekend just because that's when I can stream earlier and it's kinder for the European bros. It'll be a fun ride. I'm glad. I'll figure out a time. Although I don't want to wait that long. I do think it's better to stream earlier. But thank you all. I'm excited to watch over my Tribunal footage because I was really actually shaking and I really did jump when that first shot was fired. Oh, hello, hello, Triple Socks. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for everybody for being there and letting me just chill around and clam up loose ends. I forget who mentioned it earlier, but I do want to look up what some of those conversations I missed, though. About, like, Everard and Joyce. I'm mad I missed Joyce. I'm mad. It was fun while it lasted, even though I have no idea what's going on. Well, I'm glad if you're getting something out of it. But anyway, so thank you all so much. Thank you. I'm glad the Tribunal went out well. The rolls were all solid, but I never trust them. Oh, you watched the video. Thank you. Apparently I did well at the Tribunal, so I'm pretty happy with that. We still got Kim. That was the important thing. I don't care that I got shot. Kim was all we needed. So yes, thank you. I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you sometime soon. I'm very sad to finish this, but I've been having such a great time, and thank you all for being part of this experience. So, bye-bye.